I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. A pleasure to have you here with us today. If you could kick off with a brief introduction and tell us a bit about Scala.
Hi Sarah, I'm Giles. I'm co-director of Scala.
Hi, I'm Catterall and I'm co-director of Scala, or to give us its subtitle, The Incredibly Strange Rise and Fall
Of the world's wildest cinema and how it influenced the mixed-up generation
of Weirdos and Misfits.
That's a brilliant subheader. So tell us a bit about what audiences can expect from this film.
Well, it's about the life and death and legacy of the Scala cinema from 1978 to 1993, as told by the audience, who were young people at the time but went on to become famous filmmakers, writers, musicians, artists, activists, and there's also a lot of archive footage, movie clips, and it's a wild roller coaster of a ride.
And what was the backstory to this? What was the initial inspiration? And why did you want to make this film?
I think you should probably talk to Jane about that one.
Well, Ali could also kind of talk about it, but it's like, so in 2018 I was the program manager at the Scala from 1988 to 92, and I never got it out my system, and in 2018 I published a big book about the Scala programs, which were amazing, different double or triple bill every day, all-nighters. Ali was my editor on the book, and when the book came out in 2018, we had the idea to do a documentary about the Scala, and 2023 is the 30th anniversary of the closure of the Scala cinema. So we're thrilled to have it in the programme of the LFF this year.
And tell us about the making of it. What were some of perhaps the challenges or the highlights along the way?
It's I don't know if you know this, but it's incredibly hard to make a film. Who knew, right? We've been up, down, all over the place. It's been a roller coaster of an experience. Challenges, I think, initially getting hold of people who wanted to be in it. So the people who are really in it, and there's about 50 people ultimately who are in it. We treasure them. You know, I mean, some people just didn't want to know. Some people who went maybe said, maybe I went once or twice. That was the first hurdle. The second hurdle is how you make a huge amount of disparate material, because we had hours and hours of unshaped material, and you put it together and you squelch it together and you mulch it, and then you make something watchable. And in this, I think we should really thank particularly our editor, Ed Mills, and we should thank our producer, Andy Stark, who's the great Andy Stark, who produces Ben Wheatley and Peter Strickland's movies as well. Who regularly sprinkled magic fairy dust over our film and led us out of the dark woods when we were in trouble.
Yeah, this is our debut film, and really, as Ali says, boiling a huge amount of material down. 50 hours of interview footage, hours of archive movie clips. Boiling that down to 96 minutes was a real challenge. We made the film across 5 years in between other jobs. It's very low budget, but we got there.
And what do you hope people ultimately take away from watching the film?
We really hope that people will be inspired by a story which is about the value of cinema, and it's sort of about the ineffable feeling of being in a very atmospheric cinema, watching an incredible film with a like-minded audience. So we're hoping that that's a universal thing, not just for people who were there at the time. It's not just nostalgia.
And, who could ask for probably a better place for it to be showing than London Film Festival?
It's a dream come true. I mean, it's absolute privilege and honour. I'm so stoked. It's fantastic.
And looking at that lineup this morning, you could say it does feel like British cinema's in a pretty exciting place too.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to see Horde. Can't wait to see Jonathan Glazer's new film. There's so many great British films in this festival. I just can't wait. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for your time, and really enjoyed presenting the film at the festival. Thanks a lot.